All right, this lesson is for trigonometry 1137, and I have good news for you. We're going to talk about pages 21 through 28. Trigonometry has some pretty challenging concepts, and we've covered a lot of them already. We have some more later in this piece and certainly in 1138. But happily, the section here is two very easy to use formulas, okay? And you're used to using formulas in Algebra 1, Algebra 2, Geometry. You just plug in numbers for letters and solve. It's pretty simple, okay? And that's basically what we're going to do here. So let me introduce these. I love ratios. And this first one said we have to start with a triangle. Notice it's not a right triangle, right? And these angles can be any angles, but they're not 90 degrees, okay? Notice that side B is across from angle B. Side A is across from angle A, and little c is across from angle C. So that's important that we have the picture correct. But when that's the case, then we can set up a ratio and say that the length of side A is to the sine of angle A as the length of side B is to the sine of angle B, and the length of C is to the sine of angle C. So you can use any two of these and just set up a ratio. Cross multiply, divide by the other corner, just like we've done all the way through math. Cross multiply, divide, solve, and you're good. Okay, that one's easy. And then the other thing, and you've known this for a long time, that anytime you know two angles of a triangle, it's real simple to find the third angle, right? You just add those two angles together, subtract from 180, bingo, you know what the third angle is, all right? So I don't think you'll have any trouble. This is called the law of sines, okay? Then we have something called the law of cosines, and these all have a very similar pattern. So let's not get confused here. Notice if I start with a squared, then I'm going to have the cosine of a out here, okay? If I have b squared, side b squared, that'll help me solve for the cosine of b, etc. And then it's the other two sides, okay? So if I'm solving for b, if I have b here, then this is a and c. If I have c here, then it's a and b. If I have a here, it's b and c, okay? That's pretty simple. And then it's always, you're adding those minus 2 times, and then you're multiplying these two sides together without being squared. Okay, and that's all one quantity. So you're multiplying 2 times b times c times the cosine of angle A. And we can actually use this to work backwards. If we can plug in for a, b, and c, we can actually solve to find out what the cosine is of A, and therefore do the second function cosine and know what the angle A is. So anyways, the math involved in this section, I don't think you'll find hard at all. All right, so I'm not going to give any further lessons or really have to do any examples. I think if you are a trigonometry student and you've gotten this far in math, I feel very confident that you are going to do well on these pages.